If you are 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, or even above, and you want to become a professional footballer, let me tell you something many players don't understand. Being talented is not enough. I work as a football agent, and I've seen players who are less talented, but with a structure and what to do, leave from less level to a professional level. And I've seen those who were more talented and everybody knew they were going to make it, go from that their talent to quitting football. What's the basic difference and why this happens? In this video, I'm going to be giving you a lot of information how to build a professional football career as an agent if I was starting with that player from zero, having interviewed multiple sporting directors, coaches, CEOs of football clubs. So I'm going to give you a lot of information. So if you have a pen and paper, keep this very important because you're going to apply this if you're a young football player coming up, trying to break into the industry to become a professional football player. The first thing I will look at in this situation is, first of all, understand where you are. It's very important because you cannot go from here to there without knowing your level as a football player. So the first thing is you have to assess yourself as a player and say, what is my current situation? And then you have a target, where do I need to go? So if your current situation is you have no club, and let's take for example you're 13 years old, you have no club, you have no place to go, and you're just sitting home and you're thinking of playing football, that you have quit football, you have to have a club. The first thing is assess your current situation, have a basic club that you can train with, that you can wake up every morning and go and train with that club. That is the first basic thing you can do to assess yourself and then go from there. You cannot try to be a professional player without having a club. I hope this message goes clear to a lot of people's ears. I get this message a lot from players. Please, on LinkedIn, please give me this. Please, can you market me? Can you take me to a professional club? And then the only question I ask is, where are you playing now? Well, I don't have a club, but I train personally on my own. When you tell an agent you train personally on your own, you already switch that agent's brain. So your first assignment, trying to play professional, is find a way to become disciplined, having a team and train. That's the basic first thing. Find a team to play and train. That's very important. Now your next step after finding a team to train is find a football environment. After you have taken that first step, now your next step is getting a football environment where training is taken seriously. So if you're like an academy, it can be an academy. It can be where people go train regularly. It can be where the environment is a football environment. That's the next step you have to take. The first step was just to train and play, just to train, so that you get that feeling of coming to train and play. You have to have that feeling. Then next is also finding an environment that promotes training, culture, and everything, that people wake up and come there. There's accountability. That is going to put you in a very good nick that you can start training and looking for more opportunities. Now there's something players a little bit don't get. So if you are trying to play professional football, there's something you have to know. So you have to make yourself to be evaluated easy. Your job as a football player is to give an agent, me as an agent, or give another agent out there, the ability to interpret who you are within the first 10 seconds or 15 seconds. If not, they are going to quit your profile because there are a lot of people trying to message them. So your job as a player is to, when you are contacting an agent, you have your 5-minute highlight video, 4-minute highlight video, whatsoever, but it has to be a good highlight video. And if you have full footage of your game, that should be very okay. Now, your CV has to have your name, date of birth, country, current team you're playing, position, height, weight, age, all those basic things, so that when someone sees you, he already reads from your CV to say, hey, this person is playing at a second division in his country. This is his CV. These are his stuffs. So that thing makes the agent to say, okay, this person is quite serious. So the agent keeps an eye on you. But when you contact an agent without having all those things, the person tells you, I'm going to write you, but you quickly go away from his brain. Not because he wants you to go away from his brain, it's because when you drop contact, another person is going to contact him again. Then now, his brain starts judging who has a better CV. He relies to check that person. And before you know, your case is forgotten because there are a lot of players trying to write agents. Okay, so I hope this video, you take it with total understanding, and also try to put yourself in the right place by doing the right thing so that it facilitates people who are looking your profile to go a little bit quicker. Another thing I will tell you is learn how to get opportunity as a player. When I say learn how to get opportunity is, before it could be that you play football and someone comes and scouts you. These days it's quite hard and challenging. No one is going to people scout you, but you have to also make that move now these days. So what I'm trying to say is, let's take for example, if you are playing football, the first thing you have to do is, when you have all those information and you know your information are ready, you have to go to a platform called LinkedIn to start looking at agents, because there you're going to see multiple agents with license number. Now, every agent, you have to know an agent who you want to work with by also having to ask them few questions. Okay, I know normally is the agent always asking questions to you, but maybe you can observe to also know, is this the right agent for me? Is this an official agent? Those are very important things you can pay attention for. And to know an official agent, you need to know his license number. His license number, he can tell you his license number, or when he sends you a representation agreement, his license number needs to be there, where you can check his license number on the FIFA agent platform before signing any representation agreement. With that also, you can always get in contact. You can always ask me one or few questions about that. Now, this brings me to the part that I said also that normally you see talented players don't make it, and you see people who are just consistent, who had a program, make it. So at the beginning of the video, I told you that if I was to plan someone's career to play professional, these are the things I would take. So let's take, for example, if I was to plan someone's career, I will make sure he has a structure, training, plan regularly, and also having, because football these days is not just about training. There's a lot of packaging. You might be the best player, but if you don't know how to package and market yourself, or someone marketing it for you, you're not going to be seen. So it's all about, football is played, that's just few percent, because there are thousands of people who are very talented these days. Right now, as I'm talking to you, kids are training outside here. In other parts of the world, kids are training. In America, Africa, Europe, everybody wants to make it because there's a lot of money in football. But what I'll tell you is, if you package yourself well, always, let me say, training is one part, doing all those things, but also learning how to market yourself. That's what I mean packaging, marketing yourself. It is very important these days that someone sees you, that you are giving the right tools for that person, because there's a lot of attention. What do I mean the right tools? You are, if the person say, what's your CV? You already have a CV to send me your highlight video. You send highlight video on your 2 footage games and say, these are my recent games, or these are my games that I have. You make sure you have these things so that that person sees that you are at the right, that you are also doing something, or that you have already done your own assignment. These are the things that can open doors to you. And now when you're talking to agent, when you learn about the agent, when you see that it's the right agent, try to find a way for the person, for you to talk only about trials so that you can get opportunity to play football. That's what you are there for. You're there to play football. So your main aim is just to train and wait that the person gives you an option so that you can go for trials. These are very important things so that you don't waste your career. You need to have a lot of this information, because I think, me being a parent, a lot of parents these days, they are also caught in a situation that is challenging for them to know all this information. For example, a parent can be doing his 9-to-5 job. All he knows is probably he wakes up and he puts his son, and the son starts playing a hobby and becomes a player that has potential. Now the parent just start taking the son to training and coming back, taking the son to training and coming back. But the parent also doesn't really have an idea of how football, how football contracts should be happen, how whatsoever should happen. There's a lot of information, but I think the main thing is you have to know who you're working with and try to find out if you're working with the right people. That is which is key in this situation. So now, if you're a footballer who's trying to build a professional career, subscribe to the channel and ask me questions from whatsoever part of the world you are. I mean, ask me questions in the comment section from what part of the world you are, whether it's about agent services. Parents, you're also free to ask me questions if you come across this video, whether it's about how to find the right agent for your son. I am always on LinkedIn as Dr. Brian. I teach agents how to build connection with club, and also me being an agent, I do also help football players take them to professional clubs. So check out and also leave me any information that you want here, and I'm going to respond to you. Lastly, before I go, if you want to work with me on one-to-one, I'm going to leave a link in the comment section. You can book an appointment and also we will work together, then I guide you. Okay, take care and bye for now. I hope this video helped you, and see you in another one. Take care. Cheers.